Hi, I'm Pat Kelly. Okay, this is cool. In front of us, we have another data set. That's the cool part. What they're asking us for here is the lower and also upper quartiles. Okay, so let me talk you through that. And you have to realize to find those quartiles, the first thing you need is the median. Okay, and before I even work with my data, what I'm hoping you're thinking is that the quartiles mark the middle of the lower half and also the middle of the top half of the data. And that's why I'm suggesting we need to start by finding the median, because that's the halfway mark of your data. Okay, once I've got that down, realizing I need the median, then you need to realize this is so important. Get your data in order first. Very common mistake. I don't want you to make it. Don't jump in here and try to find the middle, because this data array is not in order. It's typically not. So let's begin by arranging our data in order. Okay, so we're looking through. I see that 9 is the lowest for me. And what I'll do for myself here, just for bookkeeping, is write the data points directly below the other data points, because that way I can see when I get to the end. And I'm also doing some kind of marking of the original data point to make sure I've got that guy. What's my next guy? It looks like the 10. If I can get this to right. 10. Next is the 11. That's there. Okay, my next data point looks like this, 12. And then my 13. 14. And there's actually another 14. And then my 15. Takes a little bit of time, but just make sure you're getting all the data points and getting them in order. That was my 15. Next is my 17. And then I'm up to my 19s, and it looks like there are 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. That lines up. 19, 19. 3 different 19s, right? 1, 2, 3. Okay. That's the tedium out of the way. Now let's find that median, the exact middle point. My data set has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 data points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This will be my 7th data point. Right in the middle is my median. That's my median. The median is in the middle of these 2 data points, and coincidentally this time they're the same value of 14. So I'm splitting the difference between 2 14s, so it's 14. If those were 2 different numbers, I'd add them up and divide by 2 to get that exact middle. All right, moving on. Now my my lower quartile, I'm looking at just the lower half of the data. And be careful of this, is my median is here. Think of that as a spot, not a value of 14. And I say that because when we're looking for this lower quartile, you want to go up to but not include that spot. So don't be thinking of the number 14. It's another common mistake. Some students will not include that value of 14 that's right there. But I do want to include it because it lies to the left of my spot. That's my lower half of the data, from the 9 up through this first 14. Let's find the middle of that data array. There are 6 data points, so 1, 2, 3. Right there is going to be my lower quartile. My lower quartile is splitting the difference between the 11 and the 12, 11.5. Or if you're not that quick with the splitting, add up those 2 numbers and divide by 2. We get the 11.5. Okay, let's move over here to our upper quartile. Again, that spot, I don't want to include it, but do include everything to the right of it. From the 14 to the 19, this last 19, those 6 data points make up the top half of my data. The middle of that will be the upper quartile. The upper quartile. In this case, splitting the difference between the 17 and the 18, sorry, I gave it away, between the 17 and the 19 is 18, and that's our upper quartile, okay? So the problem wanted these two quartiles, we've got them, but the directions also said to now do a box and whisker plot, all right? So the way we do that is, first, you need to know your lowest number and your highest number, which we have conveniently from putting it in order. So from 9 to 19. I've got my number line already drawn. That 9 is going to be my lowest place on that number line, and that 19 is going to be the highest place. And this is important. Then make sure the number line is to scale. Okay, so I've got a few tick marks here. I've already measured them ahead of time. You can't just haphazardly throw these tick marks in here. Make sure it's proportional. Then put in your quartiles and your median. So my lower quartile is 11.5. Here's 9, 10, 11. Here's my 11.5. And I actually draw it as a little vertical segment, 11.5. My median is also part of this plot, the 14. This is 11, 12, 13, 14. I'll draw another vertical mark there. That's 14. And then my upper quartile was 18, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's here. Same little vertical segment. Give the value down below. And that's basically it. I mean, in terms of the setup, now to finish it off, you connect the tops of these vertical segments and you connect the bottoms of these vertical segments. And this is the box part of your box and whiskers. I'm a neat enough freak that I want to try to get it nice looking. That's my box. And then the whiskers are just from that box out to the max, as well as out this side of the box to that min. Okay? That's your box and whisker plot. And make sure you do label those values too. Okay? Practice some more on your own. I know you'll do well.